Hello, my name is AHOF Fandom. So I am back with the last set of the AHOF base episodes. So we're going back to Daisuke again for the beginning of this. So I am curious to see what else he's going to be updating us on from as of this moment. So yeah, we're just going to watch.
안녕하세요. 저는 다이스케입니다. 오늘은 탱스용 개인 연습을 많이 했습니다. 조금 웨이트 트레이닝이나 러닝 머신에서 운동하는 거나
So cute.
조금 근육 트레이닝을 했습니다. 요즘 너무 트레이닝을 하고 있습니다. 많이 조금 근력 없어서 진짜 스티븐 형 같은
No, 아니. I mean, like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm joking around. Like, he can do whatever he wants, but like, unlike you, the baby.
그리고 지금 조금 제가 사실 유니버시티 할 때도 조금 제가 잘
Oh, he would just like, I remember he would just like sleep like that.
자세가 너무 안 좋아서 너무
So I was trying to straighten my back.
느낌가 나왔는데 그래서 조금 탱스도 자세가 나쁘면 안 돼서
Oh.
요즘 자세 벨트를 하고 있습니다. 그런 자세 벨트를 하면 너무 제가 생각하면도 자세가 좋게 하는 느낌 거예요. 너무 좋습니다. 하고 오늘 개인 연습했는데 아홉의 단체 같이 연습도 많이 했습니다. 그래서 너무 좋았어요. 하고 오늘 박주홍 형하고
I just keep thinking about their argument. I'll be like, why you keep calling me Park Ju-won Hyung? Like, why not Ju-won Hyung?
만족하고 있습니다. 오늘 열심히 했다라고 만족하고 있습니다. 역시 박주홍 형 탱스 너무 잘하잖아요. 그래서 저도 더 탱스
That's good though, you know.
진짜 저는 NCT 해찬 선배님.
Oh, I don't think do I remember him saying that before? I can't remember. Because it makes sense to me. Like it makes sense to me.
해찬 선배님보다 너무 아직 못했는데 더 잘하고.
I think he could do it. He could do it. Obviously, Haechan, we know him for like his vocals, but he is a really good dancer as well. Then the bear vibes too, because Haechan is a bear as well.
오늘 토요일.
Oh, this is Saturday. Oh, okay.
연습 얘기를 여기서 끝났습니다. 감사합니다.
Akio, he's like, good. Or hitting the slate.
안녕하세요.
Okay, back to Jeongwoo.
오늘의 연습 일지 시작하겠습니다. 우선 오늘은 점심에 기본기 레슨이 있었는데 취소가 돼서 없이 저희끼리 연습을 진행했습니다. 저희끼리 기본기 안무 레슨 나가고 그리고 선법기라던가
Like the basics.
이런 거 연습했고요. 그리고 오늘 보컬 레슨은 없었지만 보컬 연습을 했는데 이제 제가 저번에 배운다고 말씀드렸던 게러 기타를
Oh, they're still like, using that song. Okay.
이제 진도가 다 나가서 그 후렴구에 댄스 브레이크 때 이제 애드립 하는 부분이 있어요. 너무 따라하고 싶어서 사실 하고 싶다고 얘기한 거거든요. 그래서 재밌어요. 왜냐면 고음이 제가 아예 안 되는 게 아니라 여기까지는 그래도 올라가는 고음이라서 그 좀 다듬고 느낌이랑 그리고 생각보다 여기 타이밍이 좀 어려워서 그거 연습 열심히 해서 이제 다음 시간에 선생님한테 칭찬을 받는 게
That's good though. He's like,
정우 열심히 준비해 왔구나.
귀여워.
칭찬받는 게 저의 목표이고 그리고 보컬 요새 하면서 자꾸 느끼고 있는 게 이제 한국어 발음이 생각보다 노래할 때 다르게 부르는
That
부분들이
is true.
많더라고요.
With certain words.
영어도 그렇고
음.
노래하면서 말할 때는 정말
Especially with like the
되게
vibe of the
다르습니다.
song, they don't want to make.
그래서
There's always different things. They're like, oh, you
그런
could say it
거
like
좀
softer. You
잘
could say it like
캐치할
more
수 있도록
pronounced.
노력 많이 하고 있고 특히
Kind of like
영어
how
할 때는
Steven was talking
너무
about in the last set.
정직하다고 피드백을 주셔서
I think it was like the diction. I think
멋있게
was it.
좀 하는 연습을 하고 있습니다. 하나씩 알아가고 있는 이 과정이 너무 즐겁고 재밌어요. 안 그래도 노래 듣는 거 좋아하는데 요새는 노래 들을 때마다 그런 거 어떻게 했나 하면서 찾는 그런 재미로 노래를 들으면서 다니고 있답니다. 오늘은 스티븐 형 없이 헬스장 같은 날인데요. 오늘도 스케줄이 또안 맞아서
She always like. I feel like when the gym gets brought up, I'm always like thinking of like either Steven or like them doing it alone. But like for the most part, everyone's just like, oh, Steven Hyung, Steven, like, which makes sense. Like,
하체와 유산소를 하고 왔습니다. 제가 정말 싫어하는 두 개 중에 하나거든요. 힘줄이라고 왔습니다. 그리고 오늘도 이제 일본어 레슨을 했는데 이번엔 또 태형이라고 해서 뭐뭐 해서를 배웠거든요. 웬만한 문장을 다 이을 수 있어요. 물론 그거 하나로밖에 못 읽지만 뭐뭐 이때 뭐뭐 때 이런 식으로 해서 계속 이어가는 연습하고 있습니다. 네, 이렇게 일본어로 브이로그를 할 수 있는 날까지 제 실력이 빨리 늘었으면 좋겠어요. 바이바이.
I wonder how they went about like choosing who got the extra set of
안녕.
AHOF bass.
오늘은 아홉 분기의 9pm. 오늘 제가 어떤 하루를 보냈는지 여러분과 공유하는 시간입니다. 방금까지 춤을 추고 나와서 상태가 그렇게 멋있진 않지만 양해해 주시길 바랍니다.
You look fine. I mean, his hair's a little bit messy, but like it's not like a big deal.
오늘 출근해서 보컬 연습 열심히 하고 PT 갔다가 보컬 레슨도 받고 춤 연습도 하고 이렇게 하루를 보냈는데요. 노래 연습을 정말 열심히 하고 있는 것 같아요. 노래 연습보다 더 중요한
It's very
거가
structured how they go about like what they do for the day. Because I feel like it's always like they go to the gym,
항상 자기 전에
they
가슴
go
틀어놓고
vocal lessons, dance lessons,
가슴 마스크
language lessons.
그걸로 하고 무리하지 않고 연습을 하고 있어요. 여러분들께 좋은 목소리 들려드려야 하니까.
That's good.
그리고
Very good.
춤 연습은 항상 빼놓을 수 없는 기본기 매일 루틴처럼 하고 있고 PT는 문기가 운동을 한다고? 그렇지만 매일 열심히 운동도 하고 있습니다.
Facts though, like I think for a lot of them, I'm just like, eh?
멋진 선배님들 보여드리면서 저 이런 섹시한 사람이 되고 싶어요. 하면서 운기 할 수 있어요.
That's good though. Like they're not like trying to like. He's like, you can do it. Like I believe in you. You know, not like trying to like, oh, like maybe like.
조만간 섹시해진 모습에.
Cause I know we all know he can do it. Like we've seen my. Like that song. I was just like dying.
많이 오래 걸릴 거니까 걱정하지 마세요. 네. 다시 보컬 이야기로 넘어가 보자면 제가 유니버스 리그 시작하고 나서 노래 욕심이 정말 많이 생겨서 연습도 많이 하고 스스로 내가 이렇게까지 노래할 수 있었던 사람이었구나를 많이 느꼈거든요. 근데 이제는 데뷔 준비를 하고 있으니까
Is he worrying about it again?
그래도 어느 어떤 벽보다 높은 벽들이 많은 거예요. 그래서 제가 높은 음을 냈을 때 뭔가 이렇게 조여오는
Cause it is like different whenever you feel like you've like achieved your goal, right? But then like for recording, they were like, oh, they kind of have a different perspective or like vision, so they're just like, oh, maybe this one doesn't sound like the way that they want to.
제 목소리를 직접 듣고
It's a lot of like
하는 게
feedback for sure that you have to take in.
뿌듯한 일이었으면 좋겠어서 개인 역량을 많이 늘려서 더 잘해내고 싶은 마음이 큰 거죠. 춤은 땀 흘리면서 춤추는 게 이렇게 행복한 일인지 몰랐어요.
That makes sense though, because it means you're like working.
춤을 추면서 이렇게 땀을 흘리는데
Hard, and you're seeing,
거울
like,
속에 있는
the-
그 모습이 오 멋있다. 이런
I was saying where like you
그래서
can see that you're working hard and like
네.
seeing like the effort, like you know what I mean, like the
아, 얼마 전에 느낀 게
like it
있는데
paying off basically.
멤버들이랑 같이 녹음실에서 녹음을 하면 멤버들 들어가기 전에 서로 화이팅 화이팅 힘내 할 수 있어 이렇게 해준단 말이에요. 근데 이게 어떻게 보면 오글거릴 수도 있는데 제가 이제 녹음 들어가기 전에 멤버들이 화이팅 화이팅 해주니까 기분이 너무 좋아요.
Aww.
힘이 생기고 그래서 저도 멤버들 들어가기 전에 할 수 있어 화이팅 아자 이렇게
It's not really cringy. It's like support is support.
또 이런 모습을 보면 저희 아우비들이
Kyo.
귀엽다는 생각이 듭니다. 또 이렇게 서로 힘을 내주는 존재가 돼준다는 게
That.
당장뿐만 아니라 앞으로 저희 아홉이 쭉 활동하면서도 너무 큰 원동력이 될 수 있지 않을까.
Because it's gonna get harder for sure.
그런 면에서 또
It is kind of already it seems like it's getting harder in my opinion.
헐 진짜 예쁜 거 봐. 눈물
Oh, oh. 괜찮아.
네.
But it makes sense. Like
며칠 전에 또 나 정말 하고 싶은 걸 하면서 이렇게 힘을 낼 수 있는 정말 행복하고 축복받은 사람이구나. 그리고 또 멤버들뿐만 아니라 우리 팬분들이 있으니까 너무 행복한 요즘이에요.
oh.
아무튼 요새 멤버들 모두 힘을 내서 좋은 음악과부대로 찾아뵈려고 노력 많이 하고 있으니까 저희 아홉 지켜봐 주시길 바랍니다.
He's grown so much.
오늘의 제 오후 9시는 여기까지이고요. 또 다른 오늘이 아닌 또 다른 날에도 만나요. 안녕.
Cute.
부끄럽다 이거 진짜 너무 부끄럽네요. 부끄러워요. 안녕.
He's like, I'm leaving before it gets any worse. Oh, sorry. So I actually was having a conversation with someone in the comments of the last AHOF base or like 2 AHOF bases ago with the first one that Woongki did, where they were asking like it was like a conversation, like they were just interested or like what my take was on it, I guess, or like they were telling me what they were thinking. Maybe that's why his mindset has changed so much or how his mindset is. So we were in that regards, I was telling them that like, oh well, I don't necessarily think it was just like it could have been like it's very probable that it could have been like the members he had in his old group, but I think he still some of them he had a good relationship with from what I think or what I like assume, because like I said, one of them he actually went on to Boys Planet with and auditioned for like with them as like, you know, whenever you do like if you're from the same company you do like a unit or like a group and you audition that way, they auditioned together and they were both from that group. So I was like, oh, I think he still has like a good relationship with at least that person. I don't know about everyone else, but well, there's another member too, the leader from TOO or 201 that always like cheers for them as well. But we were talking about that. I'm just like, well, necessarily, I don't think it wasn't just like who he has as members in that group as well. Like it could be not. Like it's just assumptions, y'all. But I was also saying that like I think it just had to do very much so with the company that they were under, because they had already rebranded once because they had struggles with which company wanted to take over or wanted to promote them and have like manage them. So they had to rebrand because the company that ended up taking them, I think, which is, you already know which company it is. I don't need to, or you can look it up. I don't want to mention them by name anymore. But they ended up taking them to manage, but then they couldn't get the rights to TOO anymore. They lost that. So then they had to rebrand, and they rebranded their name to TO1, right? So obviously that kind of was like the beginnings of the struggles, I feel like, with how they promoted how they didn't promote them enough, in my opinion, or like how they weren't doing as well as they were hoping that they would. But with that in mind, like I think it was probably also that mixed with like maybe there also was like not so much like they didn't get along, but I think it was more so like that within that struggle of like they wanted to do well, but they could see they clearly weren't. That probably created a lot of tension and like a lot of stress within the group. So that probably was also a reason for like how, like I said, he was really kind of down and like was not, it wasn't going well basically. So that's probably one of the reasons why he also was like, he decided to leave that group and become a trainee again, and then move on to like acting for a little bit before giving his last try for university. But I know that person was also telling me that, oh well, like you can see that well, we all can see like that he's definitely a lot more happier with the AHOF members, because like it seems that they're very like supportive. Everyone's just like in a good state of mind, and like it's like very friendly, right? Which I get, like I said, like it is, you can definitely see it's different for him. Like he definitely feels like a lot of happiness with being with them. So I think that's also where that whole topic came up of if he didn't necessarily get along with the group before. I think that's where that conversation kind of came about, which I get, makes sense. But like I said, I think it just had to do with also the situation of that company and all of that kind of mixing in together with being tension. So I think it was just kind of also maybe hard for them to, in that group, to be so up, like what I mean, like you can like, you can reassure them and like be hopeful, like like be supportive, right? But I think it was just like them all kind of maybe knowing that it wasn't, the situation wasn't the best, was not, you're not able to like truly be able to have someone to lean, like you have someone to lean on, but like you are all kind of worried in your own way about what's happening, so it's kind of like more tension. But that's all I just wanted to bring that up real quick. So like just seeing him talk about how happy he is and how like he has like members like to rely on, and like it seems very like more like he feels very happy. Is I just really love to see that and see that he's doing a lot better, and he has definitely grown from those experiences, which is it's you always wish the best for you, if you like really like a group and like the members as well. If he is your bias as well, you always wish the best. So it does in that regard feel like it's sad that he did have to go through that, but it is all part of the even though I hate it too, but like it is a part of the growth process of being in the industry, and it definitely will be something he looks back on and kind of like uses it as a way to like push forward as of now. So I'm really happy that he seems to be like in a good mindset, good like place, and good like in a good group, and seeing him happy also makes me really happy, because like I said, I've been following him since that group as well. But anyways, back to them talking about, so I really wonder, like I said, I really wonder like how did they go about choosing who got the extra ones, or did everyone just film an extra one and they kind of like went about like, okay, which one do we want to keep, or whose was maybe a little bit shorter in the first round, and they were like, okay, we need you to come back and do another one because it was a little bit short. Maybe that's what they did. Like I'm really curious about that. But yeah, so with this is the end of me catching up to basically everything AHOF from their account and their content. So it's just gonna be now me watching any future AHOF the record, which I'm sure there are some from like their promotions that they did in the fan con. I'm excited to see like the fan con behind the scenes, because I'm sure they filmed one for AHOF the record. But yeah, I think it's just nice that they during the preparations of them debuting, we got to at least see, for most of y'all who were watching from the beginning of this, got to see how they were doing, and like it's like a way of like updating everyone, because they were obviously kind of cut off in a way from everyone after university, because they were in the middle of preparing, and it's been in the process for like months and months and months, right, before we finally got to see them debut. So it's nice to just kind of go back and like look at what I kind of missed as well, or like just seeing the process of everything work out. But I honestly, I really hope that they, do this again, and we get to see them do it for the next album, because it would be like a nice, like little, like constant content that they will have, where, oh, we're in the middle of preparing for our album, like this is my worries, this is what I'm doing to prepare, like this is how, like kind of seeing also that growth in that way of them from beginning to like now having more experience and gone through like the debut and, all these events. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one.